Hello everyone, it's your girl Leslie, and today, since I haven't been posting much about Halloween, we're going to read some Halloween stories. This is a random book I got that I think would be a great fit for us. So, it's a very short story, but there's more stories attached. But, anyways, I hope everyone likes this story because I've never read it before, so I cannot tell you if it's great or not. But it's a Halloween story anyway, so why the heck not? But it's 9:09, so wish me luck for not having nightmares if this is a very scary horror story. Murder house. I'm currently in the middle of trying to find a house. Moving, for me, is a common event. I tend to move around a lot, mostly for work. This time is different. This time I'm moving since there's been a recent incident that happened that is forcing me to leave quickly. I have a list written out of houses that have open houses scheduled throughout this week and next, hoping that I'll end up moving within the next couple weeks. I already have everything packed up in boxes, and I rented a moving truck, which is parked in my driveway. A few days go by, and it's the day of the first 3 open houses. The first one is located an hour away, and it starts in a half hour. However, it's open for 2 hours, so I wasn't in too much of a rush. Eventually, I made it to the house. The outside of it was neatly decorated with flowers and trees. The front door was wide open so that the guests coming in to look at the house could enter. Walking into the house, the real estate agent greeted me and encouraged me to take a look around. I took about 20 minutes to look around the house. I came to the conclusion that it wasn't going to be the house I moved into, since even though the house itself was nice, there were too many neighbors. I left that house and drove another hour to the second open house. I arrived about 10 minutes earlier, so I waited for the real estate agent to come and open the house for viewing. The outside of this house looked slightly larger than the first one, with a beautiful willow tree in the front yard. Finally, the real estate agent pulled up, got out of his car, and unlocked the door. I walked up to the house and entered. Again, the agent greeted me and told me to look around. The windows in the living room were large and beautiful, letting tons of sunlight flood inside. The kitchen was huge with marble countertops and the same large, beautiful windows. I didn't look at the rest that this wasn't going to be the house because I knew this was not going to be the house either. Oh my god, I messed up. Sorry guys, I'm continuing. The house was absolutely gorgeous, but the windows wouldn't give me the privacy I needed. I moved on to the next house. It's an additional half an hour away from the second house. In total, the third house is 2.5 hours away from my current house. I arrived at the third house shortly after the open house began. This house is smaller than the first 2, and for some reason it looked familiar. The house is somewhat out in the country, so the closest neighbors were either like half a mile or a mile away, which is perfect. I walked inside and glanced around the rooms. Inside, it looked like it had been abandoned at one time. The carpets were cleaned out, but I can't pronounce that. The walls were slightly dirty, and the windows appeared to have been recently replaced. Were the windows broken at one time? Is that why they were replaced? I asked the real estate agent. He turned to me with a surprised expression on his face, as if he was surprised. I asked, "Yes, actually. What happened? Why were they broken?" I continued, "Well, the house was abandoned by the previous owners, and it's out here empty for a little while. However, while it was empty, it was vandalized and all the windows had been broken. In order to sell the house, we had to replace the windows and clean it," he replied. Huh. Does anyone know why the previous owners left? Apparently, they actually didn't leave. They were murdered in their house, and for a while, no one wanted the house. The real estate agent paused before he continued. Although, that's what people say. I'm not sure that's actually true, so no need to worry. I'm not worried. All right, then. With that, he left the room to tend to the other guests. Little did he know, I remembered why the house was so familiar to me. What he said about the previous owners being murdered was true. The reason I know this is because I'm the one who murdered them in this house. They were my first targets. Later that day, I paid cash for the house and moved in 2 days later. Who would think a murderer would move into their victim's house? Holy crap, people! That is scary to me at the end. Not too much, but like to the scariest point. Like this girl, I was like, so this, let me get this straight. So this girl killed the old neighbor. Then why did she go to the house in the first place? Oh my god. That is scary to me. Because, like, think about it. What if you were murdered in your own house and the murderer moves into your old house? Holy crap. I did not actually expect that. I thought it was like a normal woman and there was going to be a serial killer popping up. But no. The victim, the lady was a serial killer. Holy crap. That was a little bit of a shock right there. Sorry, guys, if it wasn't super creepy. I wanted to make the, I just wanted to be a little bit different today since I've been reading mostly Black Butler, X Modern Reader, Box of Kittens. So I decided to change it up just a bit. If you want me to read more stories, give this video a thumbs like, and please subscribe and hit that notification bell for more amazing videos. And I have to say, because I don't know what date is in your states or whatever, or country, depends. But anyways, happy Halloween, or any holiday you do. Anywho, well, good night, my little weepers and creepers. I have to do my beauty rest and my beauty routine to at least stay and look like I'm not dead inside. Anyways, guys, Leslie has to go. But before we end this video, I just wanted to let you know, you guys can follow me on my TikTok, Instagram, my Snapchat, or more. All links are in the description. And if you want to email me for more fantabulous ideas, email me as much as you want about ideas. And maybe, just maybe, we could become friends and give each other ideas. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me in this lovely, surprisingly shortest video I've ever made in my life in a while. Anyways, bye my lollies and creepsters. Bye.